This video is designed to help you start a daycare business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a daycare business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful daycare business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Before we outline the steps to starting your daycare center, you might find it beneficial to understand the financial obligation you'll be making. The operating costs of running a daycare center include employee compensation, rent and utilities such as electricity, water, heating, TV, phone, and Wi-Fi, insurance, food. The USDA website provides information on child and adult care food program nutrition standards, furniture and appliances such as bedding, changing stations, tables, chairs, mats, meal carts, microwave, dishwasher, security cameras, and cleaning supplies. Toys and craft supplies. Miscellaneous supplies like cups, pencils, toilet paper, etc. Finding a location. Are you starting an in-home daycare? Are you looking to rent an existing daycare center? Are you planning to start a daycare business from scratch, with a new facility? You'll often hear the phrase location, location, location in real estate. Consider this when searching for your daycare facility location. Note that all parents will likely have a preference on where to send their child. Some might choose a quiet suburb over a bustling city. A facility next to a highway might raise some safety and security concerns for parents. Remember these factors when searching for a location that fits your business needs. Additionally, check your city zoning laws and childcare licensing guidelines to ensure your daycare business location is compliant with the guidelines. Prepare your daycare facility. What do you need to open a daycare business? You'll need furniture and supplies if you're getting ready to open a daycare center. Use this list to guide you through preparation. Safety supplies, first aid kits, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, fire extinguishers, emergency preparedness kit, emergency plan, cleaning supplies, all-purpose cleaner, vacuum, rubber gloves, etc., bathroom supplies, sponges, bucket, mop, etc., hand sanitizer, sanitation plan, furniture and equipment, tables, chairs, high chairs and boosters, nap mats and cribs, step stools, shelves and storage system, play materials, ages 0 to 1, crib mobiles, rattles, floor gyms, ages 1 to 2, stacking rings, nesting cups or boxes, large play vehicles, ages 2 to 3, dolls and stuffed animals, musical instruments, puzzles, daycare technology, attendance tracking, automated billing, daily event tracking and recording, digital check-in, check-out system. After getting the necessary supplies for your daycare facility, preparing the space also means ensuring it is child-proofed. Having safety supplies and measures is an irreplaceable step, but you'll need to take it further. Secure furniture and large appliances to the wall. Install covers on electrical outlets. Avoid keeping small items and toys around the facility to prevent choking. When opening a daycare, the safety of the children comes first. So spend the time and use the proper resources to set up a safe, compliant daycare center. Develop policies and procedures. Use childcare forms and templates to kickstart developing policies, procedures, and handbooks for your staff and families. 3 important forms are daily reports, staff evaluation, and enrollment forms. Daily report forms allow the staff to communicate with the parents on their child's progress. Staff evaluation forms provide insight to your workers on whether their actions and behavior in the facility align with your business values. Lastly, enrollment forms will typically be one of a parent's first interactions with your business. Carefully craft the messaging to demonstrate a welcoming, inclusive environment for the parents and their children. As mentioned in the previous section, preparing your daycare facility also includes needing emergency and sanitation plans. You'll want to develop a disaster or crisis management plan under the guidance of your local child care licensing requirements. Your crisis management plan should include health, safety, privacy, and nutrition protocols. Hiring staff. A daycare center is only as good as its staff, so carefully consider your childcare hiring decisions. Verify the daycare licensing requirements for staff ratios. The child-to-staff ratio ensures that all children receive adequate care, but depends on factors like the children's age and the daycare center's size. If you plan on running the daycare facility on your own, this will limit the number of children you can have in your facility. Additionally, You will need information on the licensing requirements for teachers' educational backgrounds and other qualifications. Childcare staff may also be subject to criminal background checks and fingerprinting for further investigation. Therefore, verify references and education levels rigorously to avoid faux credentials. Marketing. At the very least, your childcare center will need marketing collateral and an online presence. Here are some other ways to get the word out about your daycare. List your business in local childcare directories, and participate in your community's daycare or preschool enrollment fairs. Advertise through local businesses, parent groups, local events, and popular child care blogs. Try popular early education sites, like Red Tricycle and Winnie. Run a social media campaign focusing on your target population. Host a grand opening event to attract families. Once you've managed to fill your inaugural child roster, continue with ongoing marketing efforts, so that you'll always be building a customer base. The next part of the video is not specific to a daycare business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the daycare business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful daycare business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills required for these two extremes are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers Who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a daycare business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free daycare business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.